A lot is happening on the campaign trail. Now, we'll be bringing you some analysis shortly. Now, I feel watching me, Nana. Juma war Western and then the Greater Accra region. Okay. All this while you say Western region is swing region, right?
Yeah.
And then Greater Accra so a swing. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
But Nana, Western region is a stronghold of the New Patriotic Party. The data is proving otherwise. So you can say swing region. In my understanding, no region. I mean, both parties need
like a central region.
Like central region. I mean, in any major election. But we are gonna need now county regions. Region political party winning more than 5 times. Okay, in about 8 to 7 major elections. We cannot term it as a swing region anymore. Say saying so no. The data from the 2016 and 2020 elections, clearly tells you, sir, Western region is a blue region for the New Patriotic Party. In any case, the only time the National Democratic Congress (NDC) winning Western region in 1996 and then 2004. Okay. Under this 32 years of a democratic rule, and a democracy practice, that has been the trend. But we'll show you the figures right now.
Before you go on, Kwame.
Yes.
Sorry for the first time. I have to post this. Kwame.
Yes,
election. So what county election this will be? A political party to move in 3 out of 8.
Yeah.
Kwame, it is a swing region. This election, Kwame, Ghana election, Upper East, Upper West, Northern region proper, Northern region. It means that the Northern region, Savannah, Volta region, Bunu East, Kwame.
Yes.
A stronghold of NDC and Uti region. A stronghold of NDC. NDC could have about 9 regions. A constant here to about we are there to win. Chebia first time BBC. The American what I say. Because yen to about my NPP winning hoda. Eastern region, Ashanti region. A stronghold of NPP. NPP could have only 2 strongholds. 2 strongholds. A beast baby NPP baby need be a shrink. The American what you say, Kwame?
No, maintain their work.
I be some say
yes.
I would say your origins need be
yeah.
NPP be winning. But ultimately, analyze here. Ultimately, can change say the NPP be winning. What the one kasa analyze here. Your instinct to be catch or say bibi betimi asi but what mean can the same thing enter upper east and west. The make what I say what mean can the same thing ka Volta region, what mean can the same thing Ashanti region, what mean can the same thing Oti region. I don't know sana me pesa me kire Kwame.
So you want to put it in a context in a region for instance, you cannot easily predict.
Yes.
Party will be winning.
Yes, because party will win be either.
It makes it a swing.
Swing. Just that somebody is getting a winning streak.
Okay.
So a winning streak.
You let us get to the data.
Okay.
Now, I am speaking from data. Okay.
Okay. Let's go.
In a region, Richard, yanko a year. Screen so na share the data eka. The records are there from 1996 the last election as a country. Okay. You are putting all the data together.
That's Western region, right?
That is Western region. And we are doing Western region and the Greater Accra region. And then I'll show you something quickly. Richard, you fan call board so na yanko quick one. But my messages Embra ubetimin so join here Facebook na what they were doing channel Eddie Abba. Now, what you need to do again, the Western region before 2018 was together. And now a year Western North and then the Western South put together, making the Western region itself about 23 to 26 constituencies na ebomu the western region. Now because of 2018 the regional reorganization President Akufo-Addo edeba yenti say ye kase no out of the 26 constituencies no emu 9 akwa kodi western north and then emu 17 still remains in the western south. Now we'll give you the figures. What I'm telling you, no, you can take away election 2020. Why do you have to take away election 2020? You can take away election 2020 because by election 2020 no not yet western north no and free western region name. But I mean realistically this is what we are getting. So in 2016 elections now the NDC and then the NPP both in the western region itself, putting western north and then western region itself together. This is how things turn out. Now, Richard Mami presidential one way a parliamentary. Yemra presidential electoral records. No. Okay, so I'm first of all giving you the figures. Parliamentary candidates in terms of votes. Okay. Now, this is 2016, right, Richard?
2020.
This is 2020. Richard, follow me now. Fast. So, Nana Adanko Akufo-Addo 439,000, 605,000, so 51.00. But your Tihana Mikana would be at also quick. Then John Dramani Mahama 46%. Okay, now this is 2016. 2016, no na chair region name. So this is what came out. Now President Akufo-Addo came to office in 2017. 2018 and we year na been say obeche region ni mum yenu na afei fako western north then efanso aba a year the western region itself. Now this is the main Richard me presidential, you are giving me parliamentary. Now this is the main 17 constituencies are Accra. Now in 2020 you are looking at 384,201 for Nana Akufo-Addo and then against John Dramani Mahama, you are getting 285,938. Giving you a point clearly, say in 2020, no, Nana Akufo-Addo won the Western region. But Mame chat, no, I want the chat because we are looking at the electoral records from 1996, Eba the Babisi 2020. Looking at all the electoral records are Abba in that particular region. My uncle chat no, so that is what I want. We just want you to understand clearly. Now we are saying say Western region, the Greater Accra region, and then the Central region. Regions are the swing region. Probably so to speak. Women they decide who wins elections in Ghana. Now this is what the chat is telling you in Western region. Now this has been the trend of presidential elections in Ghana. Or your political party, I know what you year. Now the reason here, Maker will say the new patriotic party, I mean, has turned the Western region blue because in about 7 to 8 major elections, the NDC has won only the Western region twice. Okay? Now in 1996, chat in the SWA. So this is 96. In 1996, the NDC had 48.4% for the NDC, winning that particular region. Then comes 2000. Now, Obekaya in 1996, the NPP said it was a stolen verdict, right? That was President Rawlings coming in, winning that region with 48.4% for the NDC. Then President Kufuor comes in as a candidate for the New Patriotic Party. Now, first of all, in 2000, we need the region for the New Patriotic Party. So you are getting 53% as against 40.4%. That is the first time, the New Patriotic Party in a very competitive election. So we need the Western region. So equally, 96, Yebefani said NDC won the region. Then 2000, President Kufuor, former president, equally won the region for the New Patriotic Party. Aye 1-1. Now then comes 2004. The same President Kufuor standing in for the New Patriotic Party. This time round, from 53%, he increases the vote of the New Patriotic Party up onto 66.4%. And in the records all time, that is the highest voter the New Patriotic Party or any other political party etimienya from the Western region. 66.4%. NDC having 31.1%, meaning that 40.4% now in 2000, no, the vote in the Western region as a 2000, okay, reduces to 31% in 2004. Clearly, a large chunk of the vote, President Kufuor was able to maximize it for the New Patriotic Party up here. Then comes 2008. At the time, now President Kufuor regime, former President John Evans Atamel's time, bringing the NDC from 31%, acquired the Kokosi 39%. So even in the 2008 election, President Akufo-Addo, for the first time, still won the Western region against the NDC. So President Akufo-Addo, the first time coming in as a presidential candidate on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party, then the NDC also presenting Ora Evans Atamels. Yet President Akufo-Addo was able to turn the Western region blue for the New Patriotic Party, giving you 54.1% as against 39.6%. So clearly, the NPP winning 1, 2, 3 as against the other 2 NDC, so etimi winning. Then comes 2012. John Mahama manages to pull the NDC's vote. And mind you, 2012, the unfortunate demise of former President Atamos and John Mahama by His Excellency as the candidate of the NDC back then. Now, John Dramani Mahama performed so well that Otimi movie party in fortunes from 39% to 50.2%. But even with that, the lowest of it all are the New Patriotic Party, Enyano, 47.7% for the Western region. So clearly, it tells you, sir, from 96, the NDC has only won 96 in the Western region, has equally won 2012 in the Western region, and those are the only times our NDC etimi a winning region. No? Then comes 2016, a major election year. President Akufo-Addo, for the first time in 2008, we increase here at 54%, but in 2012, the vote, reduced by 47%. Then 2016, he climbs up again to 55.8%. Clearly, President Akufo-Addo as well, for the second time, a region blue. Then you come to the NDC in 2016, giving us a 41.6%. Then comes 2020 elections. Nanado again pulls 51%, even though votes echo from in terms of percentage from 55 to 51%. Yet the NDC lost the region in 2020, making some 46.2%. So clearly, it is telling you 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the NDC only winning 2 times for the region. Now the question is that, at which point in time do we say a region becomes a swing region? Okay, is it the notion that Nana Frimpong Ede Mayen, say, in a major election year, you cannot predict by saying, okay, region where no party way and a be winning, or in that region, party B and a be winning. But clearly, if you look at the trends and the electoral history air corner, clearly, the Western region is becoming a safe haven for the New Patriotic Party. And you do not need anybody to tell you, we are clearly. Now, presidential no corresponded with the parliamentary. Richard Yanko parliamentary no eso. Now, make sure how many seats both parties from the parliamentary elections as well. Now, I'll give you from 1996. So in 1996, Osha colors the blue one for the New Patriotic Party, and then green side is for the NDC. In 1996, the NPP had 3 seats in the Western region, as against the NDC making 8 seats in the Western region. Over the year 2000, NPP overturned 8 seats in the Western region, and then the New Patriotic, the NDC, made 5 seats. So clearly, NPP attended the seats, in their favor from 2000. 2004, NPP makes 10 seats, and then NDC makes only 3 seats in the Western region. Now, mind you, the HSR said, create constituencies ni bi eden e de ka ho enti ubehu say from 1996 constituencies any number of seats increase here air cost. For example, Oko Efia any Kwesimintima, it used to be together near one particular constituency. Ye Chemu, Oko a year Amenfi West, Amenfi Central. It was together as one constituency. Ye be Chemu and all of that. And see, the more we check constituencies in the na seats ni be babekaho. Now 2008, NPP makes 9 seats as against NDC making 5 seats. 2012, NPP makes 7 seats, and then NDC makes 10 seats. So I told you in the presidential elections, NDC winning 96, which is correct. It corresponds with the number of seats NDC in the year 1996. Then 2012, we winning again. We also winning a lot of parliamentary seats in 2012. Then comes 2016. We see that region. NPP made 13 seats as against 4 seats NDC. Etimi Emekiye. In the current situation of 2020, 17 seats. NPP equal 9 seats, and then the NDC is having about 8 seats in that particular region. So clearly, this has been the dynamics and the records of a year. The general elections when it comes to the New Patriotic Party and the National Democratic Congress in the Western region. Now, the question is that, based on this analysis, can you emphatically say, corresponding all the figures, say the Western region is still a swing region? You cannot easily predict. But for me, for the trends of records, any data are available, if nothing changes, in about 7 elections, NPP are winning 5 times. Then the NDC winning 2 times. Clearly should tell you, say, Ahono is not a safe place for the NDC. Now, I'll tell you why Greater Accra is different from this one. Say, a swinger, in my mind, it should have been at least 4-3. Or probably, 5-3 or something. But clearly, the NPP has won a number of times in the Western region. Now, that may also answer the Greater Accra. Now, I'll show you something unique about Greater Accra. Greater Accra is typically a swing region because the numbers are proving itself. The number of times our parties in winning vis-a-vis the number of seats parties in this particular region. Now, quick one on this.
That's a fantastic and comprehensive presentation. But you see, you asked a nice question. Say, can we say that the Western region is the stronghold for New Patriotic Party? Which for me, who be saying I said no. I said my unit stands still. Show. Who share the presidential? So, who share the presidential now? The presidential no Kwame. 1992, NPP and Parliament.
Yes.
But NDC took Western region in 1992.
Okay.
And the presidential.
So I am talking about competitive election.
Yeah, competitive election.
Parties
Yes. Because I say adequate a kabe so say a stronghold no. Yeah, the 92 count.
Okay.
So the presidential, they have won the presidential. And to usher the number of times the Western region ultimately we need the presidential now. Kwame, you bet to be the account.
Until the 92 ne
the 92 ne be count.
3 against 5.
But parliamentary me fan count.
Okay.
So me for parliamentary count because NPP did not go to parliament in 1992. It is also the parliamentary no. If I check the constituencies no, parliamentary no, Osha say it is different. The American watch I say the parliamentary is the difference is the difference no enye kan ma me the parliamentary
open year ben
no kan ni na
men kan ni
aha ne hwe de ba bia NDC awi ne hwe de NPP awi ni.
Okay, so you want the total for all the seats?
Yes. Yeah, the parliamentary.
So parliamentary. Okay, yeah, I'll do that for you.
So you go to parliamentary. Who say the parliamentary ni all that gap ni too much. They make what you say. Then you take the most recent election, which was the 2020. They realize that in the 2020, the presidential, the NPP won just 10 constituencies. You understand?
Okay.
Out of the 17, they won the 10. And NDC won the presidential 7 constituencies. Our Western region.
Okay.
But over the parliamentary, NPP won 9 constituencies and NPP won 8 constituencies.
NDC won 8.
NDC won 8.
Yes.
So in this case, what you shall say? The presidential general.
The parliamentary, so
the parliamentary and the presidential general. So the BJ, NDC and Winnie B, and NPP and Winnie B. They make what I say based on the current election. Come analyze here, analyzing number deep piano. You can still say when you're comfortable, so because a party will say better be winning. Come outright in
that region
as compared to a be Ashanti region. And your friend is a voter region. The American what I say.
Okay, so
it is clear.
Let's take a critical look at some of the constituencies the NDC won in the 2020 election. And the NDC winnie Prisia Winnie Valley, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Wasa East is also for them.
Okay, let me check it from here.
Yes.
Okay.
Omu Winnie Prisia Winnie Valley.
Sorry, save that. Amenfi Central.
Amenfi Central NDC.
NDC won.
Good.
NDC won Amenfi East.
Making it 2.
NDC won Amenfi West.
3.
Okay. NDC won Elembele. Make you say
4.
Okay. NDC won Edumoro Jura.
Exactly. Making 5.
Okay. NDC won Pristia Huni Valley.
6.
That's the Galamsey constituencies. Okay. Wasa East constituency, NDC won.
Exactly.
You understand?
And that is the traditional seat of the NDC.
Yes. So
I mean sure the traditional seat of the NDC among all the Wabuboni now. So Amenfi Central, Amenfi West, and when you a traditional seat. Now Amenfi East, a swing constituency.
The East one.
For the East.
Homeboy Hono.
Oh, I see. Winnie. Okay. In fact, NPP are winning 4. NDC are winning 4. Until the final game now one more in 2024.
Wow.
Then you come to Ivaluedra. It's mostly a safe seat for the NDC until say Katrina Fekukoye then and Omwajene back.
He took it 98.
Okay. And Osabeji in 2016.
2016.
Exactly.
Year 2012. On Osabeji in 2016. And Osabeji and Yasel Tuno.
Exactly. Elembele is a safe seat for the NDC as well. Then you come to Prisia Winnie Valley. Anna Barbara Ebeje, Prisia Winnie Valley, Barbara Ebeje, because of the fight against Galamsey. That is what the NPP made us to understand. Say Enoka Hubinti and Musa Lucy Prisia Winnie Valley. But typically the NDC has occupied that seat more than the NPP.
And what about the Elembele? Because of Freddie Blay.
Freddie Blay was there. I think he was there for how many terms?
It's about 3 to 4 terms.
4 terms, right?
1 for
independent
and about CPP.
Okay. So we have to cross-check that.
Okay.
Then Amakofibua has equally
cemented the seat
for the region. And those are some of the dynamics. So what I want to say is that typically the traditional constituencies of the NDC in the Western region, Wamwaji, Jamaican what you say, and the typical seats from the Takrady Metropolis, the NPP is still holding on to that. Okay, I cut the few places. Wow, Ubeye Wajuma Ivaluedra, Pristia Winnie Valley, Amenfi East. Wow, Ubeye Wajuma Yeno. Then you take those seats back to your side.
Okay,
and that is what the dynamics has been in that particular.
So NDC had the winning streak twice. 92, 96. And the NPP took it from 2000 to 2008. Then the NDC interrupted them
in 2012.
To 2012. And NPP abaji 2016 and 2020. Okay.
That is it. So that has been the trend. Yeah. But because of the time, that I did web here, Ochinaiba will give you the Greater Accra. Greater Accra, dynamics, are so interesting because unlike unlike the Western region. So this is how Greater Accra looks.
Yeah,
And clearly, it is telling you that it's a swing region. So NDC wins in 96, NPP wins again, okay, in 2000, okay, NPP wins again in 2004, NDC comes back to win in 2008, okay, 2012 NDC wins again, 2016 NPP wins, then 2020 NDC wins. So you see how the trend goes. So in about 8 major elections, NPP are winning 4, and then the NDC has equally won 4 in the Greater Accra region.
Yeah.
So you can say per region a decide. This map is telling you clearly it's a Greater Accra. It's a swing region.
It's a swing
and you cannot joke with it. What's your way now? It corresponds with the parliamentary, but we'll take our time and then go into the Greater Accra one. Quite an interesting dynamic. Going into these elections, a bit play out. But why do we do this? Nana, so that if we're a political party,
no, I down. So Kwame, you better more power.
Yes,
they should listen to us. You better more power, Kwame.
Just 1 minute. You wrap it up now, Yanko.
No, it's okay. I said, me see a Western North.
Exactly.
Because Western North, no, sorry, a better money as a stronghold of NDC.
Exactly.
Because they have never NPP has never won Western North.
Exactly. Yeah. And see, those are some of the changes. My Yanfa will see. Now I say, this is a part of our election coverage on Kessben and then on election avenue. Stay with us.